Lots of shade. You can see where a lot of the trees are eaten about 3 or 4 feet and down because they will, you know, kind of climb up into the tree as much as they can and eat the leaves. So it's really thick in foliage, you know, up high but down below.
Well, how has it been without the rain?
You know, with as much as what we've got here, they've got plenty, but we do also supplement them with some alfalfa. There's a wonderful grower here in the upstate that grows alfalfa, and that's a really high quality hay. So it's been a lifesaver for us, especially in the wintertime when we've got ewes that are expecting, just to keep their nutrient level up high. And also, you know, if you feed them what you need to feed them with the forage and the hay, then you're just doing yourself a favor whenever it comes time to lamb, because you won't lose, you know, the lambs. If they don't get what they need, then the lambs have a hard time making it in the beginning. It's a really nice way to raise chickens because you can see they're open to the grass on the bottom, and they have wheels on the end. So their handles here, we just pull the handles and move the chicken tractors forward. They've got plenty of ventilation with the holes there. The metal actually does not absorb any of the heat. It kind of
deflects it.
Yes, and so it's really nice. I mean, they look a little banged up, but they suit the purpose. They stay protected from any predators. They're on grass. We move it every day.
How many chickens fit inside there?
Roughly, we have 2 here, and then we have 1 over there. We don't do any more than 150 total.
Right.
And so we just split that up among the 3 chicken tractors.
Gotcha.
And that's plenty.
And you processed yesterday, so that's why there's none today.
We did. We had to take them down to Kingstree, processed, and we'll pick them up in about a week. So all of the customers are eagerly awaiting the boneless, skinless chicken breast.
Yes. With no antibiotics or
Yes.
anything,
Absolutely.
any of that nasty stuff.
Right, absolutely. And this is our turkey tractor.
Turkey, turkey.
Yes. Because they will try to fly out.
Oh wow!
But they're not, as you can see, they're not large enough to be out on pasture.
It's not Thanksgiving yet, y'all.
Yeah, they've still got some time to rest.
Some time to grow. Oh, you gonna talk to me?
Yeah, they are very social.
Hello. Wow, how many is that in there?
Oh boy.
Putting you on the spot.
Yep. Again, that is another
Probably about,
farmer
it's about
question.
40 maybe?
Yeah, maybe something around that, and we'll sell every bit of those
Wow.
guys. We've already started taking reservations for turkeys for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
So how long does it take, I guess, to get them to fully mature? Yeah, the bugs are awful out here.
Yes, it takes about 24 weeks.
Oh wow, so not
Yeah,
real long.
Not that long.
6 months.
And we go by what the size is. These are white turkeys, so they, along with the broad-breasted bronzes, they mature a lot quicker than, say, your Narragansetts or chocolates would. These are not a heritage breed turkey. We've done the heritage breed. We've actually done a lot of tests with the turkeys. We started out with broad-breasted bronze, and those were wonderfully plump. But the carcasses, whenever we processed, with them being dark feathers, you would have the ink still from the feathers on the carcass. And people appreciate good food, but they don't want to be that closely connected with the food sometimes. So the following year, we did heritage breeds. We did chocolates and Narragansetts. They were actually really wonderful to raise. It took them a lot longer to progress, and they just don't get really large because they are heritage turkeys. They're a lot more athletic. They flew. So when we processed those, the processed product ended up kind of looking more like a goose. And so a lot of people, you know, presentation is important at Thanksgiving.
Right.
So the flavor was phenomenal, but just the presentation wasn't what some people wanted. So we went to the white turkeys, and those have been a really good fit for us. Nice and plump, but white feathers. And
What do they eat?
we get the feed from a local feed mill in Campobello. They grow a lot of the products that go into the grain. So it's locally grown and locally milled. So we're excited about that. We do have to give the turkeys feed and the chickens, just because they have to keep their protein levels up, or they get really aggressive toward each other, I guess.
Right.
So
So the feed itself is a grain-based feed, and it has to be. There's no other way to feed chickens and turkeys.
Right. So we do that, and we do keep them out on grass whenever they're large enough.
Right.
And so they walk around and forage, and really, you can kind of see this area, how lush it is.
Yeah.
This was actually the turkeys where they were last year, so you can see how green it is. And
Yeah.
we haven't had hardly any rain.
Right.
So this is what the turkeys do for us, and we are just so appreciative of it. But they get out and forage on insects and just do what a turkey would naturally do. They're they have good lives.
So turkeys aren't stupid.
No, they're
That's
not.
the old adage. They're just dumb turkeys.
Yes.
Gobble,
well,
gobble, gobble.
you know, sometimes they'll do silly things, and we're like, okay.
Oh, yeah, like what?
Bird brain. You know, in the beginning, it's like they're kamikaze turkeys. They try to find ways to kill themselves. When we start them out in the brooder house,
I just stirred them up.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry.
But we found out that turkeys like to stack on one another to keep warm. And so Chuck ended up having to round off the corners of the brooder house so that they didn't have any corners where they could get in and stack, because whoever was on the bottom was just the odd man out. So we lost a lot that way. I have heard where when it rains, some turkeys they'll put their head up towards the rain and then they drown. Not that we have had that happen, but I have heard people say that. So,
Thank goodness for shelter, huh?
yes, absolutely. So what's great about this shelter, it's not really anything wonderful to look at, but it is on wheels.
Right.
So Chuck is able to hook it up and
move it around.
And this is the same thing that we have our chickens in. And, you know, pretty soon when these guys are large enough, we'll put a plank out, put fencing around the turkey tractor, and out they go. And they stay out for the majority of the day. They'll go in and roost at night. But they just...
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
They enjoy themselves.
So if somebody is interested in finding a local farmer in their area, obviously we know about you now.
Right.
Live Oak Farms, LLC.com is your website, right?
Yes,
And so if anybody that's interested in the upstate of South Carolina, they can find you. But what about in other areas? How can people find the local farmers? Are there marketing efforts that you guys do to get the word out, or is it more just word of mouth?
Right. Well, I mean, word of mouth is always great, but you've got to market your farm. And so a lot of people can find certified naturally grown farms in their area actually on their website. So if you go to certifiednaturallygrown.org, and you can find a list of farms in your area. Also, another useful website is the Local Harvest website.
Right.
If you go in and type in kind of in your queue what it is that you're looking for, and they'll pull up farms in your area, their growing methods, and what they have available. So those are two really useful websites.
Yeah, I usually tell people about eatwild.com, which I know you guys aren't necessarily listed there yet. You will be.
Too, yes.
But that's another great website for people looking for organic and grass-fed beef and that kind of thing. So definitely great work you're doing. Keep it up.
Oh, thank you so much, Jimmy.